Welcome to Deliciously Motivated Mindset, hosted by Deborah and Moira. This podcast is designed to help listeners unlock their full potential, both personally and professionally, so they can thrive, not just survive. Deborah and Moira explore how natural tendencies don't always serve individuals and provide insights on how to harness existing strengths. Their goal is to equip listeners with the habits, mindset shifts, and strategies needed for lasting, meaningful change. Finding purpose and fulfillment can be challenging, but this podcast offers expert conversations, practical advice, and valuable tools to help align with a true sense of purpose and create a more fulfilling life. So grab a notebook, open your notes app, and get ready to take in some game-changing insights. Let's dive in.
Welcome, dear listeners. Welcome, dear Deb.
Hi.
Hello, lovely. Here we are with another one of our deliciously motivated mindset conversations. And we both just felt like we were wrapped up in a love blanket with this title, The Quiet Confidence of Knowing You Are Enough. Even just saying it out makes my heart just light right up.
It does. You feel complete.
Yes.
And
yes.
There's probably people going, "Oh, I'm not enough." You know, here's us two going, "Oh, yes."
Listeners, you know what's really awesome is just as we were both talking about that, we both put our hand on our heart.
Oh, we did too. Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's like, oh, look at that. We were started with the heart coherence already.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Just one hand or both hands over your heart. In fact, maybe one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take a nice deep breath in. Allowing yourself to fully land into this moment. Breathing it out. If there's any chatter or to-dos or OMGs going on in your head, tell them to go and sit in the corner. You come back to that later. Nice deep breath. Maybe even setting a wee intention. Maybe a wee bit of a curiosity. What are you going to discover in this conversation? Nice deep breath. Calming your nervous system is such an empowering thing to do. I really encourage you to do this type of thing regularly. This is how you create quiet confidence, is coming back into your heart, breathing in and out of your heart space. So taking another nice deep breath, connecting your energy with my energy. Connecting your energy with Deb's energy. And another breath, intending that you're connecting your energy with anyone else listening to this conversation. Allowing yourself to settle into this sense of peaceful quiet. One more nice deep breath. Feeling the support beneath you, whatever you're sitting or lying on. And one more nice deep breath as we get ready to have this conversation. I'm going to talk about the quiet confidence of knowing you are enough. We encourage you to softly grab your note-taking device, your favorite note-taking implement, and let's start with this. Let's break that title apart. I really like this idea of quiet confidence, don't you?
No, it doesn't feel like a pom-pom moment. It doesn't feel like, oh, I need to be the center of the room. I need to be, everyone's looking at me. It's just, no, it's just finding, it's the quiet confidence. It just feels beautiful.
It really does. It's like that. It's just, this is how I roll. This is how I roll. That's quiet confidence. It's just, I don't have to explain it, or like you say, it's not a pom-pom thing. It's not, yeah, rah, 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 rah. It's like, no, I've got this. This is how I roll.
This is
This
me.
is me. Yeah.
And it's a humble place. It's a love bubble place. And that heart coherent that you had at the start, that's what it felt like. It just felt like being wrapped in a love bubble.
Mhm.
Just quiet confidence of knowing you're enough.
Yep.
Was when I think about the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough, but when I think about how I get turned inside out, there's things that turn me inside out, not nowhere near like they used to. But one of them is comparison.
Mm.
This is I don't have, I still have it definitely, but nowhere near like I have ever had, and nowhere near like I've had, well, like my clients have had. But I want people just to stop comparing yourself to others.
Yeah.
Stop measuring yourself against someone else. Stop, because just stop. Because when we compare, it takes away our confidence, our strips us of any dignity of what our genius.
Yeah.
If, like it just makes us, yeah, I don't, yeah, just stop measuring yourself against someone else. Yeah,
No, it's
it's
such an important thing because it's
a place to be.
but it's also a sense of betrayal to yourself, right? Because if
Oh,
you're yeah, if you are comparing yourself, it's only you that knows your inner landscape.
yeah,
Only you. But
yeah,
it's you using your inner landscape and looking at somebody else's outer landscape. And
yeah.
you're saying, I'm not good enough because I am not that. Well, you don't know what's going on in their inner landscape.
No, that's the thing. That's the
Yes.
thing. You're like, did you not? People go, oh my God, so and so is doing this, and this, and inside I'm already knowing, no, they're not. They've got someone else doing it
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But that's the other, you've said it umpteen times on our conversations, is that when we do that, we're actually comparing our real inner workings to somebody else's highlight reel,
Yes. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You don't see their bloopers or
Yeah, you
their
do. Or their
yeah,
whoopsies.
their whoopsies. Yeah. But comparison is just such a and I'm going to say an ugly place because it does steal your confidence.
It
It
does.
steals your confidence. It steals your dignity. It steals your mind. So just stop it, people.
That's you told. You're told. Stop.
Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop. Yeah.
But you see, so we kind of really unpacked this idea of the quiet confidence. The other part around this is knowing you are enough. The truth
Mm,
of it is, we are all uniquely wired. We all, at the core level, have unique talents and gifts, and it is our responsibility to bring them into the shared experience that we're all here having.
yeah.
And so, therefore, you doing you as you are says you are enough
Yeah.
right here. And we've done this one before, is that if you do have an inner dialogue, no, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not like that, I'm not making any big changes, then put your hand on your heart. And the mantra that I'm going to teach you is I am I am worthy, I am enough. And so what you do is, on an in breath in your head, you're saying I am worthy, and on your out breath you're saying I am enough. Keep repeating that. I am worthy. I am enough. I am worthy. I am enough. Now, what happens when we do breathing mantras like that is that we actually tone down the volume of that crazy making thinking that's saying, hey, you're not good enough. You look at what these people are doing and what they're achieving. So, right?
Well, it gets you present, doesn't
It
it?
does. It does.
It gets you present to what's out there. And I think that's the thing, is because when we are present, that's when we can see things differently.
Yeah. Well, we can see things differently, but we can actually come home to the truth that we are. Right?
Oh
We
yeah,
come home to the truth of, oh, yeah, I can do this. Right?
yeah.
Or I can't do this, or I choose to do something. It's
Oh,
okay. Or I can't.
yeah. I love that I'm worthy, I'm not. I think, you know, with that I'm worthy, I'm worthy. I am worthy.
Worry. I worry.
I want you to speak to yourself with kindness.
Mm.
And this is definitely one that when you fall off the wagon, just pull yourself straight back again to it.
Yeah.
You know, if you can just speak to yourself with just a little bit of love, a little bit of gentleness, wherever that is, if you can have that beautifulness of that kindness, it just we wouldn't talk to our friends the way we talk to ourselves.
Yeah.
And I lean right into the computer and I look at Moira, but Moira's looking away, by the way, because I know there's some words I've said to myself that I go, "Oh, I would never say that to a friend. That would
Yeah.
destroy a friend. That's a horrible thing to say, you know." But once you've done it, you just have to go, okay, it's out. I'm going to deal with it.
Or you
But
could say cancel, cancel, cancel.
do you know how many times I've used that this week? You know how many times I've used the cancel, cancel, cancel this week? A lot. A lot. In fact, I had to tickle. I was talking to Emma. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're on a podcast. I was talking to a lovely lady. I was talking to Emma the other day and I said something and she went, "You need to cancel, cancel, cancel that, Deborah, very quickly." She says, "Now, now, now." And I
Right
was
now.
like, it's not that. She's like, "Just stop arguing. Cancel, cancel, cancel." And I was like, it was funny because I was like, "It's not that bad." And she was like, "You need to cancel." And I could hear it and it just made me giggle. But yeah, cancel, cancel, cancel is just a great way. And it's a fun banter that just pulls you back to humanity.
Yeah. Humanity and all is well in my world. But
Yeah.
just to circle back to what you were saying about speak to yourself with kindness, I actually also would like to just say, talk to yourself as you would someone you actually love.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
would you talk to someone you love? And this is coming into self-worth also. You are worthy of your own loving kindness. All too often, we can be so beautifully caring and kind and loving to those around us. And then we go, I suck, I'm an idiot, stupid. Yeah.
I've done it again. And I guarantee people are laughing, going, "Oh, I might have done that recently. I might have done it today even." Nope, I never did that. Well, that's just a crock of whatever. No, not me. But yeah, what would you say to someone you would love? That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's actually I used to make people laugh when we would say that they would come and they tell me all the ways they think they're so terrible, the ways they criticize themselves and berate themselves, and I would let them tell me the whole story, and then I'd say, would you ever say that to somebody you love? Like I would tell them, would you say that to your child? Would you say that to your wife? Would you say that to your husband? Whatever it was.
Then they're like,
And they're like,
"No way."
absolutely
No.
freaking not.
No, that's the funny thing. And then you sit quietly and you wait, and then they're like, "Okay, I heard
Yep.
it. I heard it.
Yep.
Right, got it. Thanks. No more. You don't need." Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Or the other one that I used to say was, would you speak to other people like that? And they'd, God, no. And then I'd say, yeah, but aren't you a people?
Yeah, I know.
Are
Yeah,
you not
yeah.
people too? Yes.
The devil in you, like dee 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 dee. Yeah, that's the one. It is. It's pretty. Yeah. Our internal dialogue is what keeps us functioning. It's what gets us out of bed. What gets us to take action. It's what gets us to, yeah, to function in this world. So speak to yourself with that beautifulness.
Yeah, so
And
come from a space of love rather than a space of punishment or criticism, right?
yeah, yeah,
I was just thinking about, as a child, if I was chastised and scolded and forced to do something, it would take so much longer and there'd be so much resistance and it would all fall apart and not go quite right. Whereas if it was asked of me in a really kind, gentle, loving way, it was always done with so much ease and fun and right?
no, it's not forced and it's not friction and it's not creating fires with the
Yeah,
friction.
yeah, yeah. And so if you think about it, that I've just had a flashback of I mean, gosh, I'm thinking of a time when I was like 8 years old. But but then I was thinking, yeah, but that's really what we're doing, talking to our inner child when we berate ourselves and scold ourselves and right. So what you're saying here is that your inner dialogue is what fires up the
Yeah.
person that actually functions and gets the jobs done and
Yeah, it is. It's what keeps us moving
yeah, yeah,
in whatever form it is. Yeah.
yeah.
I think when I think about the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough, I'm going to say gather the evidence. Gather
Mm,
gather that gather, not
yeah,
gather.
sir.
Gather that evidence that shows that I have done things that have been worthy. I have done
Hmm.
things that have helped others. I have done things. I have been able to save money. I have been able to eat healthy. I have been able to sleep. I have been able to meditate. I get that evidence of actually knowing you're enough if for whatever that is, because when you have that lull in the hamster wheel, the
Mhm.
roller coaster, you can get that evidence and go, oh, no, no, I've done that before. That's
Uh,
just what bye, and it's literally that quick. It's
yeah,
literally that. So gather that evidence, get that to show you that actually, no, I can do this, or I have got this, etc., etc.
I love that because you know what? That makes me think of the yogi tea bag that we had um, in the last episode. This
Oh, that was gold.
it said relate to your greatness and not to your weakness. So
Yes.
relating to your greatness, that's you gathering the data. I've done good things. I have created great things. And we're
Yeah.
just going to release the things that didn't, right?
And that's exactly it, because but that just shuts your whole mind down straight away.
Yeah.
And my mind is just like, oh, well, there it is there, duh, move on. Like, and you don't have to spend time trying to convince yourself, finding more moments or anything. Like, keep a journal if you want to. Keep a journal of all your amazingness. Like, if you're
That's a
having a
good
memory
idea.
bank,
If you need to, yeah.
if you need to do that, then go back and go, oh my gosh, I have done this. I have done this. Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Usually it's your friends who remind you of that stuff. But have a look at that. Like, but gather that evidence. Like if a journal works, then do it. You're not, because you're writing your wins down, you're not an a-hole going, look at me, look at me. You're actually just going, yeah, actually, I feel it in my heart. I can feel that was a win. It's
Yeah.
it's genuine.
Yeah.
It's heartfelt. That
But you know the nice thing about writing things down, like maybe writing down the compliments that you got, maybe writing down the I made the deadline, I created this, I wrote this book, because writing things down and having them accessible, they're brilliant ways when you maybe are in a bit of a lull or maybe
you
feeling,
can't think clearly.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
so that's beautiful reminder. There's the data right there. It's like, oh, I have achieved great things
yeah,
because I know
yeah,
you have,
yeah.
right?
Everybody has, but
They
it's
have.
in their own form. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Get
So it's
evidence.
about knowing, coming back to, and don't listen to the yeah, but dialogue. That's what,
Yeah, but
yeah.
hang on, yeah, but.
Don't listen to the yeah, but dialogue. That's will take you right out of the present moment. This idea of knowing you're enough is right here.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can get into a yeah, but there's the yeah, but
I heard it too. Yeah, yeah, but I heard it myself because I did it as well. Yeah.
yeah, but what happens when this person asks that, or when I don't have enough time, or you know, yeah, but what was it like the last time I tried to do this and it all fell apart?
Yeah.
No, you're enough right here, right now. And if you're listening to these words, you're enough. That's it.
Mm.
This is not a debate. This is a visitation of the truth of you.
Yeah.
There's truth. Tell yourself the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no time and tell yourself the truth. You can't lie to yourself on this one.
Mm-mm.
You're literally telling yourself you're not enough. Yeah. Even if it's a painful truth, um, tell yourself the truth.
Yeah. Well, you can't
That's
hide from it.
no, no. And I
Even if
think,
it's a yeah, but what would other people say? Who cares?
yeah, well, that's that whole
You
stop.
own you.
Well, you were saying tell yourself the truth, I started to go acceptance. Acceptance that you are a work in progress.
Yes.
Because I
Yes.
think if you're going to tell yourself the truth, you're going to realize that you're not perfect.
There's that perfection thing again.
But just knowing that you're actually a work in progress. I'm learning as I didn't get the textbook when I was born of how to deal with everything. I learned as I learned boot camp style as I did things. I went, oh, this works, this doesn't work, this works with my mum, this doesn't work with my dad, like all of those things. So when you can accept that you are that work in progress, it just levels that chaos down a little bit to go, oh, okay, I'm human. I'm here having a human experience. I can fall off the wagon
Yeah.
and get back on. Like
Yeah.
but when you're telling yourself the truth, just accept that you are a work in progress.
So this is such an important part because every single one of us in this experience, we are all works in progress. Some of us are at different levels than another. That's why comparing is not okay.
Oh yeah.
But we are always
Oh yeah.
so that's the thing, is that you're not done until you're done. And so knowing you're enough says, I'm staying present to what feels right here. I am a work in progress. And so sometimes, I don't know about you, Deb, but if I sit and look over my shoulder on my past track and think, a year ago, 5 years ago, last
God.
week, to visit the ways, the mindset, the beliefs, the values, they keep changing. That's
Yeah.
the whole part. But it's about in having a sense of curiosity, a sense of light hold, a sense of this is all for me. This is all part of my own soul's evolution, my own soul's experience. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
It does, and just but even if we said your 10 is a chaos, I'm not enough, and your head is running these crazy as stories, just even going, okay, I'm a work in progress. Just even putting your hand on your heart and saying, I'm a human being here having a human experience. I'm a work in progress. It doesn't minimize anything. It just takes that pressure off you to go, okay,
Yep.
okay. Okay, we can deal with whatever we're dealing with
But
this way.
you see right there that I'm thinking of the four agreements again, because right there, by
Yes.
doing that, that says that this being a work in progress and knowing you're enough, it's so important to be impeccable with your word, because I am enough, to not take things personally. Oh, they're doing it, they've got that level of success or results or whatever. That's not going to serve you. Don't make assumptions that, the last time I tried to go down this route and it failed doesn't mean it's going to
Yeah.
happen the same way every time. But the one that made me think of that primarily was always do your best.
Yeah.
Really honoring that you're a work in progress says that my best today is maybe at this level. Okay, good.
Well,
I'm just genuinely being
our
me.
PIMS as well.
Yes.
We'll talk about the four agreements, and then we'll also talk about the PIMS, because always do your best. Okay, well, actually, I had a crap sleep, so you're going
Yeah.
to feel differently today than you did yesterday.
Yeah. And so right there with that PEMS check-in, you need to have compassion, right? So that's weaving that together, particularly that doing your best. You
Yeah.
you meet yourself as you are, show yourself up as you are, knowing I'm enough. Even if my bandwidth this day, because I didn't have a good sleep, is going to maybe say that I need to rejig my schedule, or I need to go for a nap. It's all good. It's all okay. This is me doing my best, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say PEMS check-in. That's your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual connection, well-being, filling your cup up, but add compassion in there.
Yeah.
Compassion to yourself, for yourself, knowing
Good.
that you're always doing the best you can.
Yeah. I love that. I love it. It just feels again, our podcasts are quiet confidence of knowing you're enough. It just feels again, you're just being wrapped in a love bubble.
Yeah.
Again, that beautifulness of, okay, okay. Um, when I was thinking about this, I know we talked about stop measuring yourself against others again, but I want you to really look at your circle. You
Mm.
know, quiet confidence of knowing you're enough. Look at your circle. Spend time with the people who remind you of your value. You don't want someone going, you're a genius at that, you're a genius at, you don't want someone telling you you're a genius at something 24/7. That's going to be very tiring,
Mm.
whether you know it or not. But spend time with those who actually love you and cherish you and are going to have great conversations with you, and they lift you up, and then they, remind you of all those things. But do that, the people around you clearly influence you to be somebody
Mm.
or feel comfortable with who you are. There's certain people I can talk about politics with, and then there's certain people I don't.
Mm.
And I know those people. So it's really finding the beautiful conversations with the beautiful people. May not be the one person you have that conversation with, but it may be, multiple people. But find that tribe you have, find that community, and lean more into it, because when you're, the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough, when you feel like you've come home to the right people and you have amazing conversations, your heart is full.
Yep.
There's conversations I would talk to somebody about. Well, I'm going to say politics. I don't know why that one came
Mm.
in. 2 nights ago, we were talking politics with some people. But it was a beautiful conversation. I didn't come away going, oh my God, their opinions are,
Mm.
I came away going, wow, they had some great questions for me to think about. And so it just look at your circle, look at that tribe. Don't shoot those who say black and you say white, but just listen to them and learn, and from that. But find your right people, if I could say that,
Yep.
condensing it. Find your tribe. Yeah.
Find your tribe. But something that came to my mind as you were saying that, Deb, is that I am aware that some people that we interact with, they project onto
Oh,
us,
sorry.
right?
Oh, hear me there.
So they think they have a definition of who we are. And
Yeah.
then everything that you say, it's just telling them this is who this person is not really you. So it's, for me, I think it's really important to just honor people are going to project onto me. I'm not here to make everybody like me. And
Yeah.
I'm going to be very discerning about who I share the inner workings of Moira with.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the not only being aware of your tribe, but being aware of your circles.
You're listening to Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, here to help listeners unlock their full potential so they can thrive, not just survive. They've shared some very powerful insights so far, so it's time to take a moment to breathe, reflect, and jot down any key takeaways. What's one piece of advice that stands out to apply right away? Before wrapping up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from everyone. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback, and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how listeners are putting these insights into practice. Let's dive back in and finish strong.
Inner circle I don't have that many people in my tight inner circle.
I don't want people. I don't want 20 people in a circle. No, no.
No. But that's why I'm saying is that sometimes when it's a process. It's a process where you start realizing, oh gosh, that person thinks that I speak like this or act like this or believe that. And it's like, you know what? Let them.
Well, that
I
goes
had,
back to take things personally again, doesn't it? Back to
yeah,
the
yeah, it's
agreements.
about them, not me. Yeah.
No, that line there, like I've said that so many times on my Facebook Live, like this last, I don't know, 8 weeks, and people are like, oh, it is about them. I'm like, it is definitely about them. When they fire at you, it's never about you. It's actually you just happen to be the person who's standing there that reminded them of something. It is their stuff.
Mm.
And you can't take it. And just that has been a eye opener of not taking things personally, to know that actually you're enough.
Yep.
Like that's been, don't take things personally from the four agreements is solid,
Mm.
solid.
But you know that the other part around that too, don't take things personally and understand people are going to project. For me, when I start seeing that type of behavior happening, I don't give it any bandwidth,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because if I start speaking to it or start giving it, I had a conversation with somebody just a couple of weeks ago where he was talking to me about, oh, Myra, like the chaos that's going on in the world, and I feel this suffering, and this is going wrong, and what can I do about it? And I said, stop talking about it.
Yeah, the more you
That's
feed
it.
it,
It's
you're
because you're
feeding it.
feeding it. You're feeding it. And that's the whole thing that happens when we see people projecting their beliefs, their challenges, their, oh, it should be like this. It happens. I know it happens. I am going to deflate it by just saying, not my stuff, not giving
The
it
moment you
any
enter,
energy.
the moment you enter the arena, you've lost.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
a firm believer of that. The moment you enter it, you're lost. You stay in your lane. What lights you up? What gives you that? You don't have to have the last say in everything.
Yeah.
Like let it be. That is, when it stop justifying.
Hmm.
Justifying, making excuses, any of that stuff, filling the gaps with words that, if people don't like you, it's okay. If people don't want to give you that job, it's okay.
Yep.
Like there's other things. Stay in your lane. That's their stuff, and it's, yeah, it's very very valid. But the moment you enter that arena, you're lost, mate. You're lost.
I like that one, and it makes me think of the one we've talked about this before too, is that muddy water will go
Oh,
clear if left alone.
I know. I forgot about that one. That's a genius.
I know, I
Exactly.
like that one a lot too. It's
Yeah.
like, nope, don't do anything. Because as soon as you get into stirring it up, it's just staying suspended, that muddy water staying suspended.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a beautiful one. All of those weave together and are really potent. The moment you enter the arena, you've lost. Stay in your lane and remember, muddy water will go clear only if you leave it alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just goes, don't try and fix everything. You like, I guess there's another tip. You don't try and fix everything. Don't try and fix everything, that I need to fix that. No, you don't.
Hmm.
You know, um, I guess, which is actually letting go of needing others' approvals. I need to fix this so that,
Yeah.
that be part of that. Letting go of needing others' approvals. I need to fix this so that they still like me, or yeah.
So you got to like you first and foremost, knowing you're
Yeah, number
enough.
one.
Because right there is a dilution of thinking you're enough. Because if I need to do this to fix this in order to have them like me, I'm looking for external validation to say I'm enough. And that's yucky. And it's not true.
It's a downhill spiral for your soul. That's
It
you've got
is.
better. Yeah,
It's selling your soul short anyway.
yeah,
You are enough exactly as you are. No yeah, but remember that.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, yeah, buts. Um, I think I think there's a thing, when we look at the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough. I know I'm a bloody good stressologist.
Hmm.
I know I'm exceptionally good at that. So and I know Moira is exceptionally good at what she does, of how she does it. I mean, I refer clients to Moira. Like,
Mhm.
she's not just my podcast buddy; she's my side ally.
Yeah, we're both our inner circle peeps too.
Yeah, definitely.
We both say that we have very few people in our inner circle, but we are members in each other's inner circle.
Yes, and I'm thankful for that. But I
Hmm.
want people to think about owning your strengths without apologizing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one, because we often, I mean, I've been brought up to not, you know, don't say you're good at this, Deborah. Just do. You know,
Yeah.
don't have to tell everyone you're good at it. We can see it, and you know, you don't have to be that tosspot. But if you can that tosspot, but if you can own your strengths without apologizing, like there's just a different level of, it's not a humbleness, it's a, I don't know how I'd call it, but own who you are. But
Yeah.
you don't have to justify it, you don't have to apologize, just this is who you are, but you come from a heartfelt place. Does that make
It
is that
totally does. It totally does. Because what you're doing is you're saying you you own your strengths because you're telling yourself the truth. This is you getting tapped into and aligned with your
yeah,
unique talent, your gift. Because, and it's really funny that you say that, because what being brought up for me too, we were really chastised for saying, "Oh, yay, I rock at this." My dad would say, "Oh, you're getting really swell-headed." I was like,
yeah,
"Yeah,
yeah,
what?
you're going to big head there.
Yeah, you're
Well,
getting big." Yeah, no, it's important to own your talents, your gifts, and it's not coming from an egotistical
no, it's a
place.
heart. Generally,
Yeah,
I know I'm bloody good at what I do.
yeah.
I know and I know Moira does. And if you know, we back ourselves. I'm not going to go out there, but I'm not going to go out there with my pom poms and swinging everything around, going, "Yeah, I'm freaking good. I'm the best in the world." I'm not going to do that because
You're not doing it
There's
for.
people who don't like me. There's people who like me and don't like me. Like I'm just going to go out there and just say I'm good at what I do.
Mhm.
To me, let's go for it. You
Yeah,
know, I don't need to blow my own trumpet and do that. But when you own it without apologizing or dimming your light, that's when you generally have a purpose and a why. I just want to help people.
yeah,
I don't want to see people in a pickled state. If I can spend 10 minutes or 15 or an hour or whatever and change that, why would I not?
yeah.
That, without apologizing. There's got to be that without apologizing in there.
But the
Yeah.
other part that came to my mind as you were describing that is I am really good at what I do, but that comes from me walking my talk. So I will
Yes.
never ask any or suggest or teach any tip, process,
I'm not
practice
going
that
to
I'm not doing myself. That's where
absolutely.
the authenticity comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what you're saying about backing it. We back it by walking our talk, right?
Yeah. Like the strategies we give you are our everyday world. Well, maybe not every day, all day. Um, as I go back and I go cancel, cancel, cancel. That's been this week, so yeah, maybe it is. But what we give you is things that we have used ourselves and it's worked, and we've used them with clients and it's worked. So we're not giving you that. Yeah. When I think about owning the strengths, I started to go, it's not arrogant. Because I was like, it's what is that word? It's not arrogant. It's actually a gratitude of what I can bring to this world.
I like it.
Gratitude that I can bring this to the world to help others. So why would I not have
Why
that
would
opportunity?
I hide that away from somebody else?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Mm. Um, we are gonna have to wrap up here in a minute, but there might just be one or two little extra tips
There's
that we're
usually
gonna
more
throw
that pops in
in.
as we go through.
You just never know. You just never know, people. But I would love everyone the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough. Grab your note-taking device if you didn't get it before. And when we go through these strategies again and share these with you, I really would love you to circle it or put a asterisk beside it if you feel a physical reaction in your body, whether it's a positive or a negative physical reaction, because that's just showing you there's something in that one that one little hook of
Yep,
you.
yep.
So go back to that. Um, well, my number one was heart coherent.
Mhm.
I literally wrote down heart coherent, which is the start of the podcast, which I remember this recently. I said, Moira was like, you can go back and re-listen to the start. And
Listen
I was
to the
like,
beginning.
the good one. Cancel, cancel, cancel. As I go, to myself. Um, it's a term of endearment in my world today.
Hmm.
But heart coherent, hand on your heart, go back and listen to that. And that just grounds you to the present of where you are, breathing, feeling it, and coming alive back to your soul.
Yep.
Glittering your soul. Yeah.
I like that. Glitter in your soul.
Glittering your soul.
And then from there, we talked about this idea of quiet confidence, because we both really resonated with that. And we actually both put our hands on our heart when we were saying that. The
Oh, yeah,
quiet
we
confidence.
unpacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when we said that the quiet confidence is just the flow of, this is how I roll. It's humble. It's like a love bubble. It's like us really telling ourselves the truth about ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Quiet confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a beautiful place. Stop measuring yourself against everyone else.
Stop.
Just
That's
stop.
yes.
Stop. Just stop. And I actually wrote underneath it, be better than yesterday. And I went, actually, if you're going to give yourself a little, measure yourself against anybody else, measure yourself against yesterday. Am I doing better? Am I like, have I won today on these things? What? And then clearly, if you go, no, I haven't, well, then you'll change it. But stop measuring yourself against everyone else. It's just measuring it against yourself. Do I feel lit up today? What's going on? But just do better than yesterday. Do better. Be better than yesterday. I could say that. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. From there, I talked you through that breathing mantra, because
I remember there was breathing somewhere. I was like,
it's right here.
Breathing. Yeah.
So that the mantra is, I am worthy, I am enough. And so if you are feeling challenged about saying I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, and I was better, or I'm not as good as them, that calming yourself, this is a beautiful way of calming your nervous system and of really silencing that inner dialogue. So what you do is, on an in-breath, you say in your mind, I am worthy, and on the out-breath, I am enough. And just continue doing that. And that's a beautiful way to wrap yourself up in a love blanket too. I am worthy, I am enough. Breathe in, I am worthy. Breathe out, I am enough. I have an insight timer meditation on that one. I can't remember what it's called, but I know I talk you through it in one of my meditations on insight timer.
Just that a lot.
Yeah.
I love that. I actually I gave that to a client of mine just to get her moving. She has all those little alphabet things attached to her mindset wobbles, and she said that was one of the greatest gifts, hand on heart, and just to do that whenever life threw us curveball. I'm worthy, I'm enough. And she said that just calmed her down out of all of her, she'd seen a psychiatrist for, I don't know, 20 years or something.
Wow.
And she said that was the one thing that just, hand on heart, and that breathing was the one. I just never told you, Moira. I think about these things and you know me. Yeah.
That's awesome, though. It lights me up.
Yeah. But we get so, it has to be this way. It has to be this way. It can't be this simple. If I just put my hand on my heart, no, that's not going to work. If I just breathe, that's not going to work. And I guess it goes down to set your intention.
Yeah.
Here's another tip, people. Set your intention. If you're going to do these strategies, set the intention that it's going to work. Don't just go, this won't work. This won't work, because you're setting the intention it's not going to work. But she was just like, oh, I can do that. And I said, you can do it in a public place. I said, you can do it in a supermarket. You can do it wherever you want to, if you're going to have a meltdown, because she talked about having meltdowns in places that just weren't good for the public. And this was her thing. And so set that intention that this is going to work. And it did.
It's beautiful.
And it does.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that setting the intention, is always remember, we are self-fulfilling prophecies.
Yes.
So if you say, oh, this is not going to work, don't even try it, because it won't.
And it's not going to work.
You're right.
Yes, it's not going to work. Yeah. Here's a heads up. It's not going to work. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a Henry Ford quote. He says, whether you believe you can do it or you can't do it, you're right.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
It
Yeah,
is.
listen to me. Oh, yeah, definitely. The next one I have here is to speak to yourself with kindness.
Mhm.
And just speak to yourself with kindness. You are the most beautiful person in the world, the most exceptional person in the world. For everybody who's listening, we're all unique in our own way. So speak to yourself with love, gentleness, and kindness and compassion, like you would talk to your best friend who was in a pickle.
Yep, because you deserve that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next one I have, as Deb
And there
said,
was,
was
hang on, there wasn't a little caveat to that because then there was the 3 words that came after that. If you don't speak to yourself with kindness, there's a thing to retract it and
oh, that's right,
erase
right,
it
right, 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 right.
with the rubber,
Cancel, cancel, cancel.
which is literally just that. The 3 words: cancel, cancel, cancel.
Mhm.
Now, when I do it, because you know I like a good laugh,
She likes to laugh.
I try and do it super fast, super, super fast, and I can't even get the third cancel out. I cancel, cancel. My literally, I lisp, a stutter, the whole lot comes out. I spit my words.
She
So
giggles it out.
I do. So if you do hear your words, just say cancel, 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 or in Deborah's way, cancel, cancel, cancel. And I get it because
To
it
make you
does
giggle. Hmm.
just eliminate and changes that energy around you.
Yep. So the next one, and this was Deb was talking about gather the evidence. Gather the evidence that shows that you have done good things, that you have been successful. And that's when I related back to the yogi tea bag that we had for last week's
Yes.
episode that said, relate to your greatness and not to your weakness. That's such a beautiful way to gather data of, yes, look at that. Look at, I am great at this. I am great at that. I'm good at this too. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a whole different world. Whole different
Hmm.
world.
Mhm.
And from that, when you've gathered that evidence, I want you to tell yourself the truth.
Right.
The truth. Um, because once you can tell yourself the truth, you can deal with it. Because if you can't tell yourself the truth, mm, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
You're in
you kind
trouble.
of are. Yep. Yep. Yes. And from there, we talked about the 4 agreements again. And the reason that I had brought this one in was specifically focusing on doing your best. So the 4 agreements are to be impeccable with your word, to not take things personally, to not make assumptions, and to do your best. Recognizing your best is going to shift and change each and every day, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Focus on your greatness.
Yeah.
Today's greatness is making a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's greatness might be entertaining and making a whole big cake and pie and baking and I don't know.
Could be something even different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we talked about our PEMS as well.
Yeah.
The beautiful PEMS, which is our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Because if you've had a poor sleep, and I'm going to label it poor sleep, if you've had a poor sleep, your decisions and your movement of your body and your mind is going to be different today
Mhm.
than the day before when you slept for 12 hours.
Yeah.
You wake up differently, you eat differently, you speak differently. So be aware of your 4 pillars, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And I have this one client and she cracks me up. She goes, "One pillar leg broke today. It's the spiritual one." That's the text I get randomly throughout the day. Because it broke, I'm super gluing it together just if I can get myself through. And
I like that.
she just puts a whole different spin on what my version of PEMS is. But I can just imagine, whoop, someone cut that leg in half,
Schmuck.
and then everything just falls off. And so she's like, I tried to super glue it together, so I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got. It just makes me smile that she puts a bit of humor. But when we can see our PEMS, it just gives us that understanding of who we are. But there was one that I just want to go back to when we had a tell yourself the truth. And that was accept that you are a work in progress.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, that's when
And
we talked about we all are.
we all are. And I think I'm just going to also bring that in again now because of the PEMS as well. So her table leg's fallen and cracked, and you can just imagine everything slide off.
Tippy
Um,
table.
but when she knows that she's a work in progress,
Then it's all
she
okay. Yeah.
that's right. just takes that whole pressure of, oh my God, I've got to get this right, this perfection, all that crazy, just like I'm a work in progress. Of course I'm going to not think clearly today because I've had poor sleep. Like it's just know that's it. It's not an excuse, it's just a acceptance that you're a work in progress.
I like that. And it makes me think of umpteen conversations I've had over the years with people who are working on some healing piece. Is you're not broken.
Yeah.
If you're needing to heal something, that's still the work in progress. You still are good enough. You're not broken.
Yeah.
Such an important piece to remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fully.
Yep.
Fully. Yeah.
After the PEMS, we talked about looking at your circle, the circle of people that you spend your time with. You want to make sure that you have, I talked about the circles, the inner circle people and then the outer circle, but you want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who actually really see you, who love you, cherish you. But I underline that, like really see you. And sometimes, we have people come into our life for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And it's all okay. It's all evolving and shifting. And so when we come into this quiet confidence of knowing we are enough, we can just be interested and kind of go, oh, that phase is over, or here's somebody else coming into my inner circle, or somebody leaving my inner circle, right? It's just being very present to what is.
Yeah, yes. And
Yes.
and it's okay to move people in and out.
Of course. Of course it is. Absolutely.
If you want to. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is where I've got a couple of things. The moment you enter the arena, you've lost.
Yep.
And I didn't write the muddy waters down. There was 3 that we said. The moment you enter the arena, you've lost.
Yeah. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, that's it. And muddy waters go clear when left
alone.
When left alone. Yeah.
When left alone. Yep.
Left alone.
That one to me brings such an immediate visual, because if you think about like a muddy pond or a puddle,
so clearly
leave it alone.
Yeah, just let it. Yeah, I love that.
I like the moment you enter the arena, you've lost. Such
that was from Belle. Told me that a year ago. You know Belle. I was talking to her. She said, "Deborah, you're entering the arena." I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" She goes, "You've already." And I was like, and she said it so bluntly, and I was like, "I can see it. I can see it." It's like, you don't need their approval. You need to. And I was just like,
cancel.
Yeah, and it is, but just even that, the moment you enter the arena, you've lost because you're trying to prove a point. It's just But I love the mud. That one there.
Then this one you talked about, don't try and fix everything, letting go of the need for others' approval. And I talked about that. That's saying that I will admit I'm enough if those people say I am. No, it goes the other way around. Who cares if they think you're enough or not? It's not about proving that you're enough. It's knowing you're enough. And there is going to be some people that love you, get you, want to be around you, and there's going to be people that don't. That's okay. Focus on the ones that you resonate with.
Yeah.
Right.
That just takes that chaos from a 10 out of 10 down to a 1 and a 2. You're just like, oh, I can see this. Duh. Me too. Own your strengths without apologizing. And I've written down, so own your strengths without apologizing. You're not arrogant. It's gratitude for what you bring to the world.
Yeah, I really like that. That just really sits so beautifully at my heart.
Yeah, it just it's not an arrogance. It's just you know what? I'm bringing this my genius to the world. Yeah.
This is how I roll. This is what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And the last one that I have about that is that to walk your talk. That's what we were talking about. We both of us. It's essential to me that everything that I talk about or riff about with you here, we do our stuff. We do our work on ourselves, because that is knowing you're enough. It's just,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm
how
not
we roll.
going to tell you to drink a certain kind of water if I've never drunk it.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to try it on me before I recommend
100%.
it.
Yep.
Because if it's not going to work on me, it's ain't going to work on you people.
Yep.
Well, maybe, but I'm just not going to do it because, just we do walk our talk, and that's one thing I'm incredibly thankful for, because it's what keeps me showing up in
Yeah.
this world.
Yeah. Both of
I'm a
us,
work
for
in
sure.
progress.
Yes.
I'm a work in progress here.
And
Yeah.
we're getting there one step at a time.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
step at a just for today.
Just for
Just
today.
just for today. All right, listeners, we have how many yogi tea bags have we?
We have two. We have two.
So these are the ones that pretty much, if we just started our podcast and said this is a title and then pulled out two yogi tea bags, that's pretty much
Probably it.
they sum up all our tips into one. I just giggle at this. I giggle how it does this. So what do we
Me too. Me too, because this is very true for the two that came out.
Of course.
But of course, the world needs your unique gifts. Don't leave with them still inside you. That just gives me goosebumps.
Oh, I'm full of, see, I told you they just sum up our whole podcast, don't they? They literally,
It did.
oh, that's a lovely one.
I
Can you
really
just
like this.
read that one again?
The world needs your unique gifts. Don't leave with them still inside you.
Oh, that's
That
beautiful.
It so lines up with what we just talked about. Isn't that funny? But then this one too is beautiful. The other one is use your head to live with your heart.
Oh,
Yeah. Aren't they superb?
I think Yogi need to, yeah,
Yep.
we need to start reaching out to Yogi and going, can you just, like, here's our podcast titles. Can you just sum up? Yeah, they're perfect. They are absolutely perfect for us. Oh my gosh. Well, in wrapping up today, I want you to think, we talk about the quiet confidence of knowing you're enough. The deepest confidence we have is often the quietest. It's definitely the deepest confidence we have is often the quietest, not the pom-pom moments. But it's simply being you and owning who you are. So my final question here is, if you truly believed you were already enough, ooh la la, if you truly believe what would you stop worrying about, and what would you finally start doing?
I like that. Ooh. And then tell us.
Yeah, if you truly believe you're already enough, what would you stop worrying about? I'm gonna have to think about this one. And what would you finally start doing? Yeah, and then, because we are nosy, don't think this is just for you to sit on this one. Drop it in our chat, in our multiple forms of how we do it, or email us or Facebook or whatever. Let us know, because that's
That's a
because
goodie.
once you've written it, you're gonna have to do it, people. You're gonna have to stop worrying about something and finally start doing something. This is not
Gotta be
just
accountable.
type it out. Yeah.
Mm.
Whew. The quiet
Yes.
of knowing you're enough.
Love
Oh,
it. That's a
that is
good one.
that is our podcast for today. Our deliciously motivated mindset conversation with Debs and Moira. What a goodie. Thank you, Moira, for bantering with me, or it'll be a one-sided conversation. Thank you, Deborah, for bantering, so it wasn't just a one-sided conversation for Moira.
Absolutely.
And internet, because when we started recording this, our
It was
internet,
wobbly.
it was wobbly. And do you know what? Funny, I just went, oh, it'll work. Confidence, it'll work.
Yep.
Stay in your lane. Just keep talking, and it works. So there we go again. Stay in your lane. It's not personal that the
Yep.
internet's playing up. It's giving me a wobble, and I'm not entering that arena. Thank
Yep.
you.
Well done.
That's
No,
us signing off. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And don't forget to drop those comments in for us because, we are nosy.
we'd love
We
to
want-
know. We'd love to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, dear Deb. This has been a beautiful conversation. Thank you, listeners. Talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into Deliciously Motivated Mindset with Deborah and Moira, where the mission is to help listeners unlock their full potential and thrive, not just survive. As the episode comes to a close, they trust you've gained some powerful insights. If you haven't already, take a moment to reflect on one key takeaway that you'll apply right away. Before we wrap things up, Deborah and Moira would love to hear from you. Reach out with thoughts, questions, or feedback and drop your favorite tip from today's episode. They're inspired to see how you're putting your insights into action. Thanks for listening, and remember to keep thriving.